Disconnect the negative battery cable. Take off the air cleaner. The valve is located right there, the round thing. Right here. The new one, new box. There's one vacuum line that side and 2 bolt holes. So unhook the vacuum and unscrew the bolts. The hose is located here that goes to there. I unhooked it from there, unhooked it from the solenoid, and I'm going to check inside, see if I see any corrosion, blow through it. Also, I've heard you could clean them out with brake fluid or clothes hanger or something, but see how they're bent, so I probably wouldn't suggest that. Stick a clothes hanger in there. If you want to, you could just buy new ones, but this one actually doesn't look like it has anything in it. So inspect them and then continue. Okay, so sockets won't fit in there. It's a tight space, so I got a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch. And I'm trying to hold the phone right. You know, left, go to the left to loosen it. It's a real, you know what, pain. Okay, so I haven't figured out how I'm going to get to that one yet. Probably have to climb up there. So yeah, what fun. So, can't turn it because I'm hitting this going that way, and if I put it on this way, I hit this vacuum hose. So I'm going to remove this vacuum hose, hopefully, carefully. Using this one, and it was seemingly hard, so I'm going to try to use the regular 1/2 inch wrench and see what happens. The other wrench, the regular wrench, was easy. Once you loosen them, they're really easy to take off. So, but before I take this off, I'm going to get my vacuum and clean all this area so that none of this debris gets inside whenever I take this valve off. Okay, see, there's a piece of plastic down there and a bunch of dirt. So I'm gonna go get my vacuum. Well, the vacuum didn't do very good, but I can already foresee a possible problem. Here we go. Taking it off real slow, so in case there's a bunch of junk in there, tilt, and come on out of there. Whew. Alright. I can already see little black pieces. See that piece right there? Just a little piece like that will mess it up. So we're going to clean all this out before we put it back together. Clean the surface and make sure that's all clean. Before we put it back together. Oh, shit. I'm noticing, besides the simple fact that it's black, it's a gasket. I didn't see a gasket. So let's go back over here. See what's going on there. There's no gasket on this thing. Is there? Okay, there it is. Freaked me out there for a second. Okay, so this must be why you need the screwdriver. But I'm just gonna use my hands. Okay. I'm trying to do it carefully. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Leaning over on my knees on the edge of the truck. It's hard. Okay, so you can see the difference. And I guess that black stuff is what corrodes all the lines and stuff. But I've heard that you could get WD-40 and clean these all out, and let's see, I need another hand. Anyway, so it seems like this one's not sticking or anything. So it might be my lines that are going to be messed up, corroded. But yeah. So let's see how hard this one is to push in. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this though, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, there's a lot more resistance. So let's see here. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So this one, the new one, it's like a lot harder to push, and it comes back real slow. And this one is easier to push, and it comes, whoops. Anyway, so there is a difference, but I've heard you could clean these. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've taken the old gasket off. Where is it? Okay. Cleaned all the area very carefully not to drop any down in them holes. So now I'm going to put the new gasket on and the new valve. Okay, so I got it back on. And I did it real slow so I don't drop any debris anywhere. And I tightened them as tight as it was to get them off. So they weren't real tight. I just turned a little bit and they got loose, so I didn't tighten it like too tight. So it's back on. Before I hook up the vacuum hose, I'm going to check all the hoses simply by cleaning them off and blowing through them. This one seemed like it was pretty hard, so I'm probably going to spray some brake cleaner or WD-40. I got to look it up first, but I don't suggest it because I believe it corrodes the rubber. But the other two, the one going to this and the one going to here, to the solenoid, they both were clear. But this one, I checked it earlier and it seemed like it wasn't too clear. So there's other hoses I want to check. And then I'm going to do a test drive and I'll let y'all know what happens. Okay. So this is the point where the check engine light would come on, and there's no check engine light. So, yay! It worked, it did. But I do need gas. So, yeah, if you're driving regular speed on the freeway and your check engine light comes on, yet in the city, when you don't get up to speed, idle speed they call it, and the check engine light doesn't come on, then it's probably your EGR valve. So change your EGR valve before you do the solenoid like I did. So that's a fix, and yay, girl power. The next video will be about something else that breaks. Bye bye for now. Love you.